Uh, Forgive me. Forgive me. Forgive me. People will have the confidence to stay nearer the place they grew up, to start business.
Secure more funding, which is available.
And Tony, yesterday I went, as we all must, to Peppa Pig World. I don't know if you've been to Peppa Pig World. Who's been to? Hands up anyone who's been to Peppa Pig World. Not enough. I was a bit hazy what I would find at Peppa Pig World, but I loved it. And Peppa Pig World is very much my kind of place. It has very safe streets, discipline in schools, heavy emphasis on new mass transit systems, I notice, even if they're a bit stereotypical about Daddy Pig. But the real lesson for me, going to Peppa Pig World, and I'm surprised you haven't been there, was about the power of UK creativity. Who would have believed, Tony, that a pig that looks like a hairdryer, or possibly a sort of Picasso-like hairdryer, a pig that was rejected by the BBC, would now be exported to 180 countries with theme parks both in America and in China, as well as in the New Forest, and a business that's worth at least £6 billion to this country, £6 billion and counting. Now, I think that is pure genius, don't you, Peppa Pig? And no government in the world, no Whitehall civil servant would conceivably have come up with Peppa.
There's no border between Camden and Westminster, but when I was Mayor of London, we took hundreds of millions of pounds from people travelling between those two boroughs without any need for border checks, whatever. There are all
Come
sorts
on, you
of
can't
things.
compare two boroughs of London with the kinds of difference in the arrangements that would be in place after Brexit between the UK and the EU.
It's a very relevant comparison.
It's been 20 years since the introduction of the Camden-Westminster Good Friday Agreement, as a result of which there's been 2 decades of peace between two communities whose relationship historically has been plagued by violence. However, in recent weeks, tensions have once again flared as a result of a government ideological... Is that Boris Johnson? Foreign Secretary, what exactly are you doing here?
I'm drawing the hard border, soft border. It's a soft border.
What will your border do?
Well, our semi-hard border will be as frictionless as you can imagine. We're just looking to implement a few stop and searches of just random checks on vehicles to check that they're not carrying any illicit or dangerous or European items. Allow me to demonstrate. Stop! Excuse me, sir. Don't mean to trouble you, just doing some routine searches of your vehicle just to make sure that everything's hunky-dory. De-icer, frankly irresponsible not to carry that. Travel sweets, not sure you got them from around here, but never mind. And right, obviously nothing untoward here. I'll let you go on and you will have a good evening.
Foreign Secretary, was that a success?
Well, I think with procedures this simple, even a Liberal Democrat could do quite this
Mr.
easily.
Johnson.
Bloody rapscallions! You stop right there!
The Foreign Secretary, Boris Johnson, has tackled and injured yet another individual. This is Final Force reporting live from the scene.
As I've said many times before, and I've used all sorts of expressions to describe what is the impossibilia, the adjunita. It is not going to happen. It is more likely that, as I say, I will be reincarnated as an olive, or locked in a disused fridge, or decapitated by a flying frisbee.